Democratic Maine Senate candidate Graham Platner has ended his campaign. This is going to be one that, I don't know, I think a lot of people need to hear, but we want to be careful. We want to be thoughtful. We want to be precise so that we don't have another screw up like this again. Now, Graham Platner announced that he was departing the campaign with an 11-minute video. I've got to tell you, 11-minute video to basically say this has turned into a disaster and I have to end. I don't know, guys. Graham Platner posting, my name might be on the ballot right now, but that ballot line belongs to the people of Maine. The video, along with that post, it starts as follows, and then we'll talk about it.
Hey everyone, it's Graham Platner here. I think as many of you know, over the past couple days, I have faced some very serious allegations, and I just want to make it clear, this is all false. The things that have been claimed did not happen. It's not real. It has placed an immense amount of weight on me as I think about what needs to happen now. Amy and I are regular people. We were not looking for this experience. We were not looking to get into politics.
By the way, that's an important line because in a moment I'll tell you that it was essentially Ivy League consultants who said, hey, let's put Graham Platner in politics. It's interesting that that is something he says.
We had no desire to run for office. I just want you to think about like what you would do as a regular person in a position where a much larger world, large forces were working against you personally to accuse you of the worst thing that a person could do, and it was not remotely true. I learned about this through press inquiries.
All right. I'm not going to play the whole thing for you. The 11-something minute video is out there if you're interested in it. This is sort of a strange video to me, I have to say. Graham Platner doesn't take responsibility for anything. He foments conspiracy theories saying bigger forces are at play here, when I think the reality is this guy wasn't a good candidate. Nazi tattoo, which he, I think, was dishonest about knowing the provenance and meaning of, and there are a number of allegations suggesting that. 8-year period during which he's posting racist and misogynistic things to Reddit. Multiple allegations from women, up to and including rape and taking off condoms during sex. And I think that that's what this is really about. And I really do think the left has to learn from this. You know, it's become popular to talk about how we can't let the consultant class pick our candidates anymore. The consultant class created this campaign. Consultants from Yale literally went to Platner and said, hey, we want to run you as the working class hero. We're going to develop scripts. We've cross-referenced Maine donor information with populist language, and we're going to do it all. We'll do it. But you don't have skeletons in your closet, right? And he said he didn't, but of course he did. And consultants vetted him of a disastrous vetting. I guess they call it a light vetting. And the consultants and strategists that we've been told by the left we have to be skeptical of said, hey, this is going to be the guy. And that's the way it ended up. Ivy League consultants picked Platner, and we're supposed to be getting away from that. And this is where we land. Now, do I think Platner did it, the stuff he's accused of? I mean, yeah, probably. Like, we've been talking for a decade about we believe the women. And now all of a sudden we're not supposed to? I mean, I don't know, guys. Not to mention that I think if he truly didn't do it, you stay in and fight. And I know that it said like, no, listen, when the entire framework comes in and attacks you and you know they're going to bury you, and Democrats have to pick better candidates. I think that that's what it has to be. Ex-girlfriend says he raped her. That's a recent allegation. 3 ex-girlfriends say he was toxic. 1 said Platner removed condoms without her consent at least 6 times. That same woman Lindsay Fiffield said he twisted her arm behind her back, shoved her into a bedroom, and prevented her from leaving, and told her he fantasized of killing and raping people that he views as threats. The Nazi tattoo, which he said he knew nothing about, but there's conflicting information about that. The history of the racist and sexist comments for 8 years. I mean, come on, guys. Now, there is one funny moment in all of this, which involves Trump. Trump asked about the Platner allegations, and he goes, listen, a lot of women lie about this sort of stuff, as he claims that like 46 women have lied about him. It very, very sort of it's too on the nose.
As I call it, the Democrats. Democrat.
Speaking of Democrats, do you think that the Democrats should be able to pick a replacement for Graham Platner? He's had all these new allegations that have come out. Now Democrats are talking about picking a replacement for him. Should they be able to do that?
They're picking what?
A replacement for Graham Platner if he steps out of the race.
So he won the primary.
And now there's these new allegations.
It's very hard for them to do. And it's really a question of whether or not you believe the woman. A lot of people say big falsehoods.
Shocking that Trump might not believe allegations about assault from women, right? I mean, there's only several dozen such allegations against him. So it is sort of, in my mind, there is a sort of poetry to the idea that the final defender, this isn't the only defender, but sort of like all of a sudden the most prominent defender of Platner against the allegations is Trump, who's had dozens of sexual assault allegations against him, has been found civilly liable for sexual abuse of E. Jean Carroll, and on and on and on. So the fact that politics make strange bedfellows, the enemy of my enemy, like whatever sort of phraseology you want to apply, Trump coming out of the woodwork to go, I don't know, a lot of women lie about this sort of stuff, really says a lot. So now, unfortunately, the Democratic Party, after failed vetting and consultants pulling this guy in, is going to have to be in a situation to find a new candidate. Now, there is a silver lining here. There's a silver lining here, which is that if you look at the betting markets for what they're worth, okay, well, I'm not saying they're worth more or less, just for what they're worth, confidence that the eventual Democratic nominee will defeat Susan Collins has gone up in the betting markets since Graham Platner said, I'm getting out. So if there is any silver lining, it's that maybe Susan Collins is more likely to be defeated now, but it's going to depend on who ultimately replaces Graham Platner. If you're trying to get away from cigarettes or vaping, one of the first practical questions is what you replace them with, especially if you're not ready to eliminate nicotine immediately. Check out our sponsor, Zippix Nicotine Toothpicks. Zippix uses quality plant-derived nicotine with a very short list of ingredients. It gives you another option for managing nicotine with no smoke or vapor. Zippix comes in 6 flavors. There's 2 or 3 milligram options, lets you control the nicotine as compared to a cigarette or vape. They're also easy to use throughout the day and in places where smoking or vaping isn't allowed, or it would require you to step out conspicuously for a cigarette, which can cause other problems. Zippix also offers caffeine and B12 toothpicks if you're reducing nicotine altogether or don't even use it at all. If you're tired of cigarettes or vaping, try Zippix nicotine toothpicks and get 10% off your first order with code Pakman at zippixtoothpicks.com. The link is in the description. You must be 21 or older to order. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.